presenting your BattleBots Reborn Cup Season 4 champion, Tombstone!
Last season, he was unstoppable. After 3 years of failure, Tombstone won his first Reborn Cup title. It wasn't easy to obtain, and it won't be easy to retain, but he has no plans of giving it up.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode
4
of BattleBots Reborn Cup Season
5.
I am the Sam, this is the Nick, and we have a Tito today.
Yeah, he is our guest for the episode.
For however long he decides to stay, of course. Tonight we're going to continue with the round of 64 in Section 2. There's a lot of potential in this section, so let's get right into it.
Where you going, Tito? Where are you going?
First off, we have Spitfire versus Scorpius. The gods of the bracket draw love rematches, and here's one from Season 4.
That's right, these two met last year in the qualifiers. Spitfire got a pretty sound victory by a knockout, flipped over Scorpius, who couldn't reset himself.
With a rebuilt weapon, Scorpius will fancy his chances against the Flipper.
He will because, I think it'll help him self-right a little more efficiently, but also the attacking power. It is a knockout potential weapon, whereas Saw Blade from last year could only just cut, do some scuff marks and shave and stuff like that. So I think he might fancy his chances a little bit more, but it's still going to be tough against a Flipper.
What are your predictions? 2-0 Spitfire or a 1-1 series?
Well, seeing the manner in which Scorpius lost last year, I think he's still going to have a problem getting underneath Spitfire. For him, it's a very tactical battle, whereas for Spitfire, it's more blunt. It's just go at him and flip, go at him and flip. So I think Spitfire will get another win today.
All right, well, let's go find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, this bot made a meme for his intro and asked me to show it to you. It's Spitfire! In the blue square, 2 in the jaw from one big saw. He'll turn you pink and it'll surely stink. It's Scorpius!
Before we get started, here's a quick explanation of the rules. The rules for this competition are simple. Bots have 3 minutes to destroy or immobilize their opponent. If both bots are still active when the clock expires, the result will go to a panel of 3 judges that will score the fight on a 45-point system. 4 points for damage, 5 for aggression, and 6 for control and strategy. During the scoring process, judges are encouraged to show leniency to bots with non-damaging weapons. Furthermore, pins cannot last longer than 11 seconds, and Havoc glitches that flip a non-invertible bot will be restarted unless the fight has surpassed 2 minutes. With that being said, it's time to get the action started. Let the bot battle begin. So how will the new Scorpius weapon fare in this rematch? Well, good start already as he's behind Spitfire, causing a couple shavings from the top.
Spitfire needs to really watch out about where he's driving. Doesn't want to keep getting hit in the rear.
He's got a lot of high ground clearance areas that could get exposed, but there he gets the flip on Scorpius. We'll now see if he can self-right.
Scorpius looks to be struggling a bit. Took his time in self-righting. Let's hope it's not an issue in the future of this match.
Well, he's already doing better than last time because in that same position, he could not self-right, but who knows how many times he may need to do it. Spitfire with another flip, and we'll see another attempt from Scorpius. A lot quicker this time, and he's back on his wheels driving away. Goes to line up another attack, but Spitfire winning the ground clearance battle yet again. It's a real tactical battle between these two as they fight for position. Scorpius trying to bring down the hammer saw, and he gets another little shot, nothing major. And then he goes right over the top and suffers another flip as he's starting to fall behind on the points. Once again, Spitfire underneath as Scorpius is having problems getting underneath Spitfire's little forks there in the front.
Yeah, it seems kind of a battle as to which is going to get underneath the other, and that determines who gets the attack. Scorpius needing to get right again.
It's real tough for Scorpius because he's got to really plan and measure out these attacks. He won't know if he's going to have a good attack or not until it's too late. And then Spitfire's underneath and flipping him. As we see there, Scorpius now back on his wheels trying to get out of the corner. He's showing good aggression, but he's going to be far behind in control and strategy, that's for sure. This is looking like it's going the distance. Spitfire underneath again. He's trying to trap Scorpius in the corner and make him really work hard to get out. He's flipped again, Scorpius. Can he self-right this time? He can with a little help from Spitfire.
Spitfire trying to take advantage of all of those flips and being ready as Scorpius tries to right himself.
Again, the battle for endurance is always a thing with flippers, and Spitfire's done a great job of capitalizing. Letting the clock run down a little bit every time Scorpius gets flipped. Now Scorpius backing into Spitfire with a change of tactics. He's still flipped over somehow. Spitfire attacking again, driving Scorpius into the wall, trying to pin him there. Scorpius falling onto Spitfire, still struggling to self-right. Final 10 seconds. Oh, looks like this one is going to go the distance. Spitfire dominant. We'll see how they scored. One last little toss. It's over. Well, before we get the judge's decision, let's take a look at the scores here. Spitfire, for the most part, won the ground clearance battle, but at least Scorpius was able to self-right and keep attacking.
Scorpius did have difficulties, though, with the self-righting, and Spitfire did try to take advantage of that.
The one category where Scorpius can win this fight is in damage, but do you think he did enough damage to Spitfire that he can get most of those points and perhaps get a result here?
I don't know if that's going to be enough for Scorpius, because Spitfire did his best to control the fight.
We see in these replays time and time again, it's Scorpius flipped over and Spitfire aggressive. Well, the judges have their score. Let's see what they've done.
The results from the judges are in. And the winner, by a 29-16 decision, is Spitfire!
Scorpius tried his best, but Spitfire takes the win, and he moves on to the next round.
Well, at least I was right this time around. Spitfire getting another win there, and he's starting to show some consistency now with another good win.
We're going to ignore Nick's rightness and go into fight 2, Lockjaw versus Biohazard. We've been waiting to see the best of Lockjaw for a while now.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten the best Lockjaw build before this season, actually. We thought we had it after I sent him for repairs to somebody else, and then accidentally he had a DSL motor, so luckily everything's fixed, but it still means Lockjaw in an attacking aspect, just there isn't a lot offered there.
Well, Biohazard is desperate for a Reborn title. If he wins here, how far could he go?
This is a very odd section of the bracket, and you guys, when the bracket is revealed towards the end of the episode, you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of openings. There's big names, there's unknowns, and maybe Biohazard, if the cards fall just right, he can get far like he did in Season 2 when he made the quarters.
Neat. Let's go watch.
Neat.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, he may not be a DiGiorno pizza, but he can still deliver the goods. Make sure the oven's preheated, or you'll get yeeted. It's Lockjaw! in the blue square. Congratulations, you just earned a coupon. Redeem this voucher for 25% off your next beatdown. Can only be used now. It's Biohazard!
Let the bot battle begin. Our first fight of the night was a nice tactical battle, and we see Biohazard with the first flip. I'm expecting another one! We weren't expecting that! Havoc glitch flipping Lockjaw high into the air. Lockjaw sometimes is prone to that. Hopefully it doesn't happen too often to where it disrupts the fight. Now Lockjaw getting some purchase.
Glitch or not, it looks like Lockjaw came back from that little glitch.
Good to see that both bots can get underneath each other with ease as Biohazard gets his second flip, and now Lockjaw inverted. Biohazard pushing the tempo, flipping him near the kill saws. Look at again, Biohazard maneuver his weapon right onto the wheel of Lockjaw. Avoiding those little arms, he's able to get another flip, and he pops Lockjaw back a little more.
Biohazard's taking early advantage in this match. Let's hope that Lockjaw can get back and maybe get some points.
Lockjaw really struggling here to cope as Biohazard pouring it on. Every time Lockjaw gets flipped and inverted, it's a lot tougher for him to figure out his controls. Oh, nice flip by Biohazard with a sucker punch to the jaw there. Lovely little jab. Exactly, Sam. Good catching of the pun. Now Lockjaw underneath Biohazard again. Can he make this moment count? He can't as Biohazard slips clean off. But again, he's underneath Biohazard trying to maneuver him. Not seeing him use those arms that much to lift Biohazard because I don't think Biohazard can self-right if he's flipped. But speaking of flips, he gets another one as Lockjaw crashes into the wall.
It seems that Lockjaw is getting underneath Biohazard quite easily, but he's not using those moments to his advantage.
The spinning weapon is not the most potent as we talked about in the pre-fight commentary. But if he can use those arms like he did last year, of course, against Rotator, then he would have a chance. Now he's got the corner of Biohazard's chassis. It's a great opportunity for him, but he lets it slip again. That looked like a tired flip there from Biohazard as this fight wanes on. Surely going the distance at the rate we're at. But both bots know that this could go either way if the judges are presented with the opportunity. Who will, in the last few moments, put on a clinic. And here goes Biohazard on Lockjaw again with another tired flip, but it's an attacking moment for him. Lockjaw looks like he's out of ideas, while Biohazard is out of energy. Oh, and another Havoc glitch! Lockjaw's going mental at the moment! Multiple somersaults! He finally lands on his wheels as we hit the 10-second mark. Well, that just shows what it's been like for Lockjaw. Absolutely hectic. We're going to the judges. Well, our second fight has also gone the distance tonight, and as we look at the replays here, in my eyes, it's kind of clear Biohazard had a lot more flips and took advantage of the opportunities he had.
It's during the replays that you wonder what the driver of Lockjaw was thinking. Didn't take advantage, couldn't really do any damage.
He definitely got under Biohazard multiple times, but that weapon just lacked the potency and the lifters didn't seem to be used at all.
And then towards the end, Biohazard seemed to be lacking some steam, but kept on the aggression, got a decent flip, and brought it to the judges.
The winner of this match on to the round of 32. So let's go see how the judges scored this fight and who's moving on.
The results from the judges are in. The winner by a 27-18 decision is Biohazard!
It was a battle of brains, and it's Biohazard who outwits Lockjaw to advance. Well done.
Well, maybe next year Lockjaw can come back with a better build, and if not, they can figure that out sooner before the season actually starts, because it was kind of rushed this year.
Well, here's to good luck with that building. We are going to go into fight 3 now, Duck versus Tantrum. After one fight from the new Tantrum design, he looks kind of scary.
Yeah, he's completely rebuilt. He's heavy, so it's going to be hard for flippers to flip him. He's got 2 low wedges, he's got a weapon that causes damage, and he's well controlled, well paced. So his first qualifier went very well, and I can't wait to see this next fight against an unfortunate opponent.
Who do you think's going to fancy this fight more?
Definitely Tantrum. Duck has the ability to flip bots, but he can't do it very well, and Tantrum's already heavy, so the fact that Duck normally can't flip, and now his opponent's heavy, I don't think Duck has a chance. I think Tantrum's gonna show us something.
Well, let's go see.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, his plow is thicker than Megan Trainor, and he can take more hits than Johnny Depp. It's Duck! In the blue square, give him what he wants or it won't be purty. He gives a double fisting, no that wasn't dirty, at least intentionally. It's Tantrum!
Let the bot battle begin. So, how will Duck approach this fight as he rides up the little wedges of Tantrum? Tantrum already pinning him against the wall and flopping him around. He's got in behind, he's underneath. Here comes a big box drive into the wall. Nice shot by Tantrum.
One of Duck's earliest moves could potentially be his downfall in this match.
Kind of flailing that Duck bill a little recklessly. It's small, so it's going to struggle to get underneath Tantrum. Tantrum working the angles again underneath Duck. Getting that little punching drum involved. Duck tipping backwards. Duck looks completely lost on how to approach this unique design of Tantrum. He's heavy, he's low to the ground, he hits hard. Duck trying to maneuver to the sides, but is having no luck. He's not the fastest bot himself. And Tantrum underneath again. Tantrum looking to finish. Tantrum, I think he's done it. He's done it. There's the knockout. Well, let's look at the replays from a shorter fight here of the night. This Tantrum build again showing what he can do.
Yeah, Duck from the get-go seemed to have a hard time, couldn't really get under those front wedges of Tantrum.
Maybe Duck is a not high quality opponent for Tantrum, but from what you see from Tantrum, you gotta be excited for him to fight a bigger name.
Yeah, I can't wait for his next match to see how that outcome's gonna end.
Well, Tantrum showed us something. Duck
Yeah, he
didn't.
did.
Tantrum's going through. Good, congratulations to him.
After those awesome golf claps, we're going to take you to look at some highlighted fights.
So another impressive performance from Tantrum will see him book a place in a round of 32 where he'll face Spitfire. But how do the other matches fare in this section? Well, first it was the unpredictable Captain Shredderator who looked to build off his qualifier victory. He had to outmaneuver Ultraviolent to do so. Having defeated Blendo last year, Ultraviolent knew just a glance would be needed to beat the full body spinner. And that's exactly what he got. A brand new free shipping design built by Sickle Robotics took on an aging Complete Control. In the Battle of Wedges, free shipping was able to turn up the heat. Then, he literally turned up the heat. He lacked a knockout punch, but he didn't lack the points, as the judges awarded him well for his dominant performance. Season 4 semifinalist Wipeout brought a new build to the party, ready to be tested on Greenspan. Although still a sluggish annoyance, Wipeout still brought its destructive power, and Greenspan found that out the hard way. And finally, Minotaur will be expected to make a deep run this year after a successful predictions campaign. His first test, Battle Royale with cheese. Yes, let me repeat, Battle Royale with cheese. That's right, folks, the BurgerBot won a qualifier. Head over to Patreon to find out who his victim was. Apparently Minotaur likes burgers so much, he spat it out and ate it a few times over. It's a dent to his average knockout time, but not to his ego. So, 7 fights complete and 1 to go. You already know it involves a champ, so let's now reveal his opponent and find out who will advance to face free shipping.
Well, now you guys see the majority of the bracket and how it is kind of open. You got the big names like Biohazard and Minotaur, but then Tantrum's looking pretty good. Free shipping might have a say, so should be fun. Now we got the main event to get to.
Yeah, bitch. Main event tonight, we have Tombstone versus I-Beam. The champ is ready to cement himself as the GOAT of Reborn with a second title.
Yeah, he got his first Reborn title last season, of course, and over the course of the prediction season and that title run, he's become the most successful bot in terms of wins in the Reborn world, surpassing Son of Waiachi. And all he needs now is another title. We've got a MJ versus LeBron debate going on here between Sal and Tombstone for who's the best.
Despite the mismatch on paper, I-Beam could actually be a horrible opponent to face.
It's true. I-Beam is one of few bots in the field that is allowed to use the normal ram plates for weaponry, and based on the way I-Beam is built, he's got a reach advantage that most bots wouldn't have and would need when facing Tombstone. If he plays his cards right, he could get one of the ends of his beam into Tombstone's face, let Tombstone hit him, cause some problems, cause some damage, and maybe I-Beam swoops in, gets a decision win or something like that, but it's not unlikely.
Well, will we see the biggest upset of all time, or will Tombstone do what's expected of him?
I got a sneaky feeling that I-Beam could pull this off. It's gonna take a lot from him, and definitely gonna take some luck, but it's not impossible. It'd be funny as hell to see, that's for sure.
Alright, well, let's see if a cup set's gonna happen.
Let's bust this bracket right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, now that he's nutted once, he wants to hit it again. Will the second be just as hard to come by? Please welcome our defending champion, Tombstone! In the blue square, if he didn't numb the pain for you, you would still be feeling it years later. Here at a Copperfield, I-Beam!
Let the main event begin! And the title defense for Tombstone will begin as well. He's already lost some frame pieces, it looks like. He's spinning around recklessly, he gets a wheel off of I-Beam, who gets shot in the air from a Havoc glitch. Well, for a few seconds it looked promising.
Yeah, I-Beam had the chance to potentially destroy the champ, but with only one wheel, is it going to be possible?
You could even argue it might be more difficult for Tombstone. We've seen bots in this position win fights, but he's taken shots at the side of I-Beam. There's smoke coming out of I-Beam. Well, the cards were stacked heavily against him, but can he still pull off the miracle? Tombstone chipping away. Oh, and Tombstone gets the other wheel. That's gonna seal it. And he gets the knockout for good measure. Oh, it's a rather quick main event that went the way people would expect. Tombstone showing why he's the champ.
Yeah, everybody expected Tombstone to do exactly what he did. Took off the wheel, took off another wheel. I-Beam never really had a chance.
I-Beam definitely punching above his weight, and it showed. Tombstone the champ advances to the round of 32.
Well, there was no unbelievable upset there in the main event, but we've still got ourselves a pretty fun-looking section of the bracket, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it as well.
Oh, yeah. For everyone here behind the scenes and for the person behind the couch, I'm Nick, that's Sam.
And that's Megan's hand.
Say hi. Alright, that counts. Goodbye, everybody.
Flip them off, Megan. There we go.